Welcome to That Issue for Teens. I'm Kevin O'Keefe. Today, young people use technology to help others. Apps for Good was created by a group of friends in Halifax, Nova Scotia. They got together to try and figure out how they could use applications on their iPhone to better their community. And one of the founders, Ian Conrad, is Skyping us from Halifax. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Hey.
Can you tell me sort of what the response has been, I guess, to Apps for Good from teenagers?
We haven't really received a specific response from any kind of age group particularly, but overall, it's been a pretty good response. Everyone's really interested in, what we're doing, what we might be doing next. Sort of our hackathon weekends that we have where we get together to, put a big push on working on these apps are always a really big interest in what comes out of those after, just spending 2 days working really hard together and what we can accomplish in that amount of time.
Maybe we had better back up a bit. My mother watches the show, and she's going to want to know what an app exactly is. Can you sort of briefly explain how this works? So this is something for a phone.
An app, yeah, it's just an application. So, smartphones today, that's sort of the big boom is the applications. And it's basically a mini computer program that works on your smartphone or iPod Touch or something like that is made to sort of do one specific task. So one thing really well, and they're usually designed to be, fast and simple for use on the go. So
why did you decide to create Apps for Good, you and your friends?
Well, it was a question that one of the friends and founding partners, Dale Zach, had was how can people help those in need by doing what we love? So we're all kind of geeks and in the iPhone sphere, and this was a couple years ago when the iPhone was having a big boom. So we said, is there a way that we can, work on something that we enjoy, that we find really cool and neat, and also, make a difference somehow and help those in need?
And what is a hackathon? You alluded to it a few minutes ago.
So yeah, the hackathon is where it all came from. Dale organized that, and the idea was, let's get everyone we can together. Let's get developers, graphic designers, marketing people, and just other people that have good ideas in general, and say, let's all get together for a weekend at the Hub, which is a really good kind of collaborative workspace, and see what we can come up with in terms of, ideas and how this might all fit together to, raise money for charities or whatever we decided would work.
And where do these hackathons happen?
They happen at I said, the Hub. It's a collaborative workspace and meeting place downtown Halifax. Really good location, really nice spot, really good host. So it seemed there's a lot of freelancers and everyone working out of there, and that's where a lot of the members of Apps for Good sort of hang out and work as well. So it seemed like the ideal spot, really good environment for everybody.
So what applications has come out of your hackathons? I have my iPhone in me right now.
Well, we've got two that are on the market right now. One of them is called Meet Me Here. And it's a really simple and neat meetup application.
So I have that here. So I go on, Meet Me Here, I see it. And then What exactly does it do? What can you tell me? So I see a map of the world here.
Yeah, you choose a place. Say you're meeting up with your friends, or you want to meet up with your friends after work or class or something. You can say, pick a place. Hey, let's meet here. You choose a time. Scroll through your phone contacts, and you can also scroll through your Twitter contacts if you use Twitter as well. And then attach a message at the end that it'll either send a message on Twitter or to people in your address book via email. And it includes the link to the map and everything and the time. So everyone's got the same info.
I'm going to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
All right.
I'm going to find where you live. And then what was the other one that you created?
The other was a postcard app called Wish You Were Here.
I see that, yeah.
It's really cool. It can be used on iPhone or iPod Touch. But, of course, if you use your iPhone, you get the ability to take a picture as well. So you can snap a picture or use one that you've already got on your phone. Select sort of a postcard or a frame to go around it.
Yeah,
and then type your text and send it off, and it'll create a really cool picture that gets emailed to friends or family. Really, really simple and easy to use on the go. So it was a really cool one too.
So how does this work in terms of helping charities?
Well, right now, the basic idea was to say, hey, let's make some apps and put them out just for sale, general sale. And we have these up for $1.99 each, and the idea is to just sell as many as we can and donate 100% of the profits in the end to selected charities.
So how does that work in terms of I can go to, I guess, the Apple store online, look at this app, I buy it, I pay $1.99, you said?
Yeah.
And then the money goes to you guys, and then you distribute it to charities?
Yeah, and the way it's working now, it might change as we're talking about, what's going to happen in the future. But the way it works now is we assign a charity for each app.
So what charities have you assigned to your apps?
The Meet Me Here is to help Phoenix Youth programs. It's a program here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and also Feed Nova Scotia was on the Meet Me Here app.
And what exactly is Feed Nova Scotia?
It's just a program to sort of distribute food to those in need of lower income families in Nova Scotia.
Right. And then what's the other, the app Meet Me Here is for that one, and then the postcard one? The postcard one was, that was actually for Feed Nova Scotia. Oh, okay.
And the Phoenix Youth Groups was Meet Me Here, which is youth programs for, it's based out of Halifax. What
about people who would argue that you guys would be better off spending your time volunteering at charities than creating apps for charities? How would you respond?
We just had an interesting discussion about that. After about a year and a bit of sales and seeing how things go, and it's interesting. You never know what's going to happen when you start something new, and that's an interesting argument. And looking at it now, I think you're probably right. The hours that have gone into this could have earned more money for charities doing something different. But I think this is sort of a pilot project too, to come back to the original quote from Dale, is how can people help those in need by doing what they love? So it's sort of an interesting model that if we can, prove the concept for this and, show people that, you can do what you like and it can be something you enjoy doing, so it doesn't seem so much like you're working or volunteering your time, but doing something you like, and then it also benefits. So it's a test, too, to see what will come out of it,
How much money have you raised, do you know?
It's in the hundreds of dollars. So not thousands, which we would ideally like, but again, we learned, we regrouped a bit, and, we had a second hackathon this year recently, and we're doing some stuff with iPad. Hopefully that'll catch, and we're hoping to, especially myself as, a marketing background, put a different marketing spin on it and some thoughts in that direction as well to, keep it going.
Speaking of marketing, I understand Apple has made it a little tricky for you to market this. You can't say it's for charity or something?
Yeah, that's something we have to look into because they've just recently relaxed some of their App Store terms, which are really tight. But yeah, we weren't actually allowed to mention in the app description that it was for charities. And we thought, that's a bit of a ding because we think that's sort of a selling point. Hey, if you choose our app over maybe another similar app, that you're helping a charity. And also, we raised the price from, 99 cents is a pretty sweet deal. But we said, let's do $1.99. It's for charity. I think people will, understand and be able to justify that. But, that's sort of, it's not great.
What do you see the future? I mean, you alluded to it a bit there, but where would you like to see this go in the future?
Interestingly enough, Dale moved to Saskatchewan. So this past summer, we held a hackathon here in Halifax and in Saskatoon in conjunction. So, it would be neat to see it if we can sort of build a really loose model and just be an example of this. Hopefully other people anywhere could say, hey, this looks neat, we can do this, and, do it in our own way to benefit charities, around us or the ones we choose. So hopefully it'll create some sort of a model for people to just, run with.
We sort of talked about it a lot, but if someone is watching right now, can you just sort of recap if they want to go online and support your work? What exactly do they do?
Just go to our website. It's appsforgood.ca, and that's spelled with a 4. So apps4good.ca, and from there there's a list of the apps that are available now. You can be a fan on Facebook and share on Facebook, and just spread the word is always really helpful too. With social media, that's been a good response, just spreading the word and getting the word out.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, and good luck with Apps for Good.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay. Well, when we return, iPhones help teens fighting cancer after this.